Hello and welcome to Stronger Than Yesterday, week 10. All right, now we're going into heavy weight. First thing we're going to do is a seated shoulder press. A few things to note here. We're going to have a nice 90-degree bend at our knees. Make sure our hip, shoulder, ear are on a nice straight line. Elbows bent around 90 degrees, and we're just going to push. Now, we only have 5 reps, but that's because we have 5 total sets. 5 total sets. So right after those 5 seated shoulder press, we stand up and we're going to go into 5 quick squats. Big thing on the squats is I want you to really go for power. Really want you to push the pace. Tempo is 0, 0, 0, so we're just getting after it. Bicep curls, still using the same heavy weights, and we're just going for 5 repetitions. After that, you have the option. I used the seat, but you can go on the ground and go for mountain climbers. Now with the mountain climbers, we are going for 20 seconds. So try to count out 20 seconds, or you can have a timer and put it on a timer. Now, this is 4 total exercises, and we're going 5 total sets or 5 total rounds through each and every one of them. If we have to take a break, let's take a break after the mountain climbers if possible. And if you do take a break, let's try to limit that break to 45 seconds, okay? We want to keep the intensity high. Main thing we're looking for in this block is we're going for power, right? So that's why the reps are low. We're using heavier weights. Dumbbells, kettlebells, or any object that you can put in each hand will work perfect for this block. Here we go into our next block. Next block, we're going to start off using those same heavy weights in the same 5x5 tempo. We're going to have our shoulders back, tailbone tucked, and first thing we're going to do is a reverse lunge. Now, what I'm looking for here is we want to go 5 reverse lunges on each leg. 5 reverse lunges on each leg. Keeping that chest up nice and tall, making sure we're really using those quads, hamstrings, and glutes to get up out of that hole. All right, only go as deep as you feel comfortable, especially since we're transitioning into heavyweight. After that, we're going to have our feet nice and wide, and we're going to go into lateral lunges. Same thing applies here. We only want to go as deep as we feel comfortable in those lateral lunges. It is 5 reps per side. 5 reps per side, still using heavy weights. Now, after this, you have the option. We're going to do push-ups regardless, but we can either do push-ups on the ground, push-ups on a chair, a bench, railing, the wall. 100% up to you. Whichever way you feel comfortable. Also, the other thing too is I want you to be able to attack it right away after those lateral lunges, and then we're just going to put all the weight down and go knee to elbow. Okay, just opposite knee to elbow, and we're going to hit 15 each. So this may take a while, but that's okay. Also, as you can notice with me, the knee and elbow don't have to necessarily touch. Right after that, we're going to get right after it and go right back to the top to those reverse lunges. Now, like I said, I call it a 5x5, but we're going to hit 5 reps of everything except for the knee to elbow, and we have 5 total rounds. There is no tempo, so I really want you to push the pace. Now, again, you're using heavy weight, so keep in mind form over everything else, but really push the pace. Again, we're in a phase or block where we're looking for power and speed. So make sure we continue to get after it and get through all 5 sets of this block. Also, if we have to take a break, let's take a break after we complete the body weight knee to elbow if we have to take a break. And also, if we do need to take a break, let's try to keep it around 45 seconds. Okay, we want to just keep that intensity up. Now, of course, if you have to go a little bit longer on the break, that's absolutely 100% fine. But just keeping it within parameters. Everything we've done so far has led us up to this point. So most of the exercises we're doing isn't anything new. We're just putting it all together and increasing the intensity by lowering the amount of rest time, as well as increasing the weight that we're using in order to go through these movements. All right, here we go. So we're going to go right into platform step ups. Now I'm looking for 30 step ups per leg. We're not going for time, but I want 30 step ups per leg. I want you to go as fast as you can. Now, no, understand this is in the middle of the workout, and I understand those legs are tired. You're getting tired, but let's go ahead and keep pushing forward. Don't lose sight of the end goal, which is to get stronger than yesterday. So keep pushing all the way through. Again, 30 steps per leg. And again, you don't have to use the highest step. You can use any step you want, or you can just put a line in front of you and just step in front of the line and then step back. Here we go. After that, we're going to go into a split squat. So I'm looking for 5 reps per leg. So on this setup, we're just driving one knee down, the knee of the foot that's on the bench or chair, and we're just going as fast as we can. So again, 0 0 0 tempo. So I just want you to knock out 5 per leg as fast as you possibly can. Of course, keeping in mind form and making sure we're not compromising form just to go fast. After we knock out those 5 reps per leg, then we're going to go into tricep extensions. Again, we're just using heavy weights, so the same heavy weights we've used for the other parts of class. I prefer to do this seated since we are sitting down. Since we are using heavy weights, just so that I don't compromise form. After that, since we're already seated, we're going to do dumbbell shoulder raise. Now, again, you have the option. You can either do this seated or you can stand up. 100% up to you at this point, whichever way you feel comfortable. After that, we do put the weights down and we're going to go right back to the top, and it's 30 step platform or bench or stair step ups per leg. This block is no different than the other blocks. We're going to go 5 total sets or 5 total rounds per exercise. Each exercise is 5 reps, except for the steps platform or step ups, which is 30 per leg. And of course, keep in mind the split squats is 5 per leg. The goal here is to build power. We're using heavy weights. We already have done these exercises before in the past. Now we're just going and building power, building speed by incorporating heavier weight as we continue to grow and peak through this program. Our last and final block. So we are going to continue using heavy weights throughout this entire block. We also get to go from standing to sitting as well. First thing is we're going to go into an RDL. Nothing new, but we are using heavy weights. And I really want you to focus on just going through that motion as quickly as possible, but again, do not compromise form. We're only doing 5 reps. Right after we finish those 5 reps, we're going to go into kettlebell or dumbbell swings, whatever you happen to be using, and it's just 5 reps. Right after we finish those 5 reps, we're then going to go into a bent over row, just 5 reps. After we finish those 5 reps, we get to take it all the way down to the ground. I call this a little break, but we're just going to go into 5 glute bridges. Now this is extremely posterior chain heavy. What I mean by posterior chain heavy is I mean that backside from your spine, your glutes, your hamstrings, they are getting worked extremely hard in this block. If you need to take a break after the glute bridges up to about 45 seconds. Again, this block is no different than the other ones. It is 5 total sets, 5 reps of everything, and we are using heavy weights on each and every exercise, all 4 exercises. So remember, keep in mind, I'm going RDL, and as what's been pictured right now is the kettlebell or dumbbell swings, whatever you happen to be using, just 5. Make sure you're squeezing those glutes and hamstrings and spine. Then just a bent over row, just 5. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. And last but definitely not least, coming all the way down to the ground and just going into 5 glute bridges. Try to make sure we have all the weight that we've been using throughout the rest of this session, using it for those glute bridges as well. And again, go as fast as we can. Now again, at this point of this workout session, we are probably extremely fatigued, and I just want you to keep focusing, keep pushing forward, getting through all of these exercises and getting through this entire block. If you remember, if you have to take a break after the glute bridges if possible, but if you need to stop anywhere else, feel free, stop anywhere else and take a break. All right, we don't want to compromise form, because if we do that, then we run the risk of injury, and we don't want to do that. So let's really again get through it and continue to get stronger than yesterday as we go through these last block and these last exercises before we go into our cardio component. Fantastic job in completing the strength portion of this week's Stronger Than Yesterday program. Now, the program is progressively getting more and more challenging, so don't think that it's you, it's the program. I promise you that. Now, of course, just like all the other weeks prior, go ahead and pick one, or you can pick more than one of the cardio portions of this week. Please read them carefully as they have changed slightly. Keep moving forward and keep knowing that the program again is getting progressively harder, but you got it. You got it. Don't give up. We're past the halfway point, and remember, we're getting stronger than yesterday.